Hello? I can't hear anything.
Hello? Grant? Hello? Grant? Hello? Grant, hello?
Hello? Can you hear me? Hey, Grant. Grant, can you hear me?
Well, we should be able to hear each other.
Hey, Jake, can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello? No. Is it on? It's not on. Oh, it is?
Mr. Upcraft,
Hello?
are we supposed to be able to hear each other?
Hello?
I can't hear any of them.
Hello?
No. Jake, can you hear me?
Hello?
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 Hello? Hello? Is that mine, though? That's Jacob's. That's Jacob's.
Hello? Hello?
No, I can't hear him.
Nope.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh,
I can hear it.
yeah, Hello?
Hey, Jake.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Grace, we're live.
Hello, I'm Jacob Owens, and welcome to the Heyworth Hive. The Hornets will be taking on the Flanagan, Cornell, Woodland Falcons. I'm here with my fellow commentator, Grayson Martins.
Hello.
And on the camera is Ben Campbell and David Ralph, and on computer graphics is Grant Martins.
The Hornets walk in with a record of 1 win and no losses. The Hornets played the Oakwood Comets earlier. Yeah.
And they won. Grayson, what are your thoughts on this game? What do you think the score of the game is going to be?
Well, I think the Hornets are going to score a few points, but I think Flanagan could turn out to shock the Hornets.
I agree with that. This is going to be a very close game. Our teacher and coach, Jim Kirkton, gave a prediction that Heyworth would beat Flanagan 42-14.
Bringing the Heyworth Hornets record to 2 wins and no losses.
Well, it appears Heyworth has won the coin toss and they are receiving the kick. It appears that the returners for the Hornets are Skylar Cox, number 8, and Brandon Day, number 3. And here's the kick. It's kicked towards the sideline, and it is fielded by Brandon Day, and he starts to run to the right and has some room to run. He cuts to the outside,
he's breaking away.
He's still up, and he is down at the 25-yard line. So the Hornets will start with the ball, 1st and 10 on Flanagan's 25-yard line. That was a pretty good return by Brandon Day. He's a senior, and he is listed at 6'1", 185. He's a wide receiver and defensive back. He battled a leg injury and had to get surgery last year, and he came back, and he looks healthier than ever. Quarterback for the Hornets is
Jacob Day,
number 15. He snaps back and hands off to Brandon Day, who cuts to the left, couple blocks, and is
gained a few yards on that, it looked like.
Looks like he got tripped, and he's about on the 18-yard line. Looks to be about 2nd and 4. As you can see, some of the receivers, number 20, Keith Higginbottom, number 7, Wyatt Klein, and number 9, Matt Schultz. J-Day goes back. He looks towards the left and throws it to Keith Higginbottom, and that looks like it's good enough for a 1st down, and it looks like it's going to be 1st and goal on the 9-yard line for the Hornets.
10:57 left on the clock.
And the officials are saying it's a 1st down. Quite a crowd we got here tonight, Grayson, am I right?
Yeah. First home game for the Hornets.
And he hands it off to Brandon Day and gets slaughtered in the backfield by number 32, Austin Dutko, who is a senior for Flanagan.
I believe that was number 8, Skylar, that got tackled. Brandon Day is coming in right now.
Well, that's about a loss of 3 on the play, so it is still 2nd and goal, but on the 12-yard line. They line up with Keith Higginbottom on the left and Brandon Day on the right and run an I formation. J-Day goes back, looks to Keith Higginbottom. He throws it up
off
to
Little on.
Try to complete the pass to number 9, Matt Schultz, but just low overthrow it a little. It's going to be 3rd and 12. Looks like number 7, Wyatt Klein's coming in for Brandon Day. Probably a little winded after that kickoff run, which was about about 40, or like 50, about 50 yards. They line up and they hand the ball, toss to Skylar Cox. He runs up the middle. Looks like he's gaining some yards, but he's stopped at about
10-yard line.
6-yard line. They're marking it the 6-yard line. So that will bring up 4th down. This is a pretty interesting decision here if they're going to choose to go for it or just get the field goal. Well, I'm going to say since it is high school football, I'm going to say they're going to go for it, and it appears they are. Okay, Heyworth lines up with Skylar Cox and Cole Sin
on the right side.
Maybe a handoff to Colson here, who's also a senior. J-Day goes back, heavy pressure from the right, and he completes it to
touchdown.
Number 9, Matt Schultz, for a touchdown. As far as I know, that is the first touchdown for the Hornets this year at home. And about a 6-yard completion to Matt Schultz, and the Hornets are up 6-0 with 9:10 left on the scoreboard. So it appears the Hornets are going for the 2-point conversion. Colson and Skylar Cox in the I formation. A handoff to Colson, faked, and Jacob Day takes it himself and scores, so the 2-point conversion is good. The Hornets are leading 8-0 with 9:10 left. That looked like a pretty good drive, Grayson.
It did.
The Hornets come off a very good game last week against Oakwood. I heard Oakwood had about like 15 kids or so playing both offense and defense, and a lot of the kids were tired and just couldn't play.
They also played really good defense the other day.
I heard from a couple players that their quarterback got hit by Colson and was puking and just had a tough time playing after that. I mean, Cole hits pretty hard.
Yeah.
So we're waiting for the kickoff. Well, Grayson, the Cubs won today, 14-5 for all you Cubs fans out there, because they are going to win the World Series this year.
As Back to the Future said.
2015.
Yep.
It appears the kicker for the Hornets is number 9, Matt Schultz, a sophomore. You have Keaton Miller, Cody Derflinger, Brandon Day, Rhett Jamison, Colson, Wyatt Klein, Wayne Mayfield, and Skylar Cox, and others getting ready for the kickoff. Matt Schultz is left-handed, but kicks it right and kicks it right to Flanagan.
Pretty good kick. Nice tackle by number 44 for the Hornets. Colson.
The runner was Keegan Birchshay. Stopped at about the 20-yard line. So we'll set up 1st and 10 for Flanagan. Well, this is the first offensive drive for Flanagan. Let's see if the Hornets can hold a lead here. Quarterback seems to be number 2, Keegan Birchshay. And shotgun snaps. There's a flag already on the play. And
he's running a little bit.
And he is sacked by number 9, Matt Schultz. Or no, number 8, Skylar Cox. No, 9, Matt Schultz.
9, Matt Schultz, yep.
It's hard to see from up here. Well, there's a flag on the play. Let's see what the call is. And Colson, the captain, looked like he's going to decline the penalties, I think. Let's see what the call is. A false start on the offense. So in the NFL, it's usually stopped like as soon as the play starts, but I guess in this case, the Hornets decline, so it makes it about 2nd and 11.
8:58 on the clock.
Coaches this year, head coach is Mark Hancock with assistant coaches Chad Klein Brent Shoemaker, Jim Kirkin, Brian Bradshaw. And the managers are Carly Jerk and Colson Semple. We're very happy to be here today.
Flanagan in shotgun.
And
Hand off to number 32, Austin Dutko.
Looks to be about a gain of about 2 or 3 yards on the play, which will set up 3rd and 9. I see a lot of the seniors from last year already back to cheer on the Hornets. A lot of former football players. Dylan Owens, Colby Brannick, and
many more.
Maddie G was here too. They line up in a
shotgun formation.
Pretty weird formation. Shotgun with a fullback right next to him. And Brett Jamison gets a hand on it, but is incomplete pass.
Patted down by number 7 of the Hornets, Wyatt Klein.
Attempted number 23, Brady Sember, and that will set up 4th and 9. I would think with how close Flanagan is to their own end zone, I think that they would probably punt in this situation. And it looks like they're sitting back in their special teams. And you had number 8, Skylar Cox, and number 9, Matt Schultz, awaiting the punt. A pretty high snap, and it is almost blocked, but there is a flag on the play, and the ball lands at about Heyworth's 44-yard line. But it looks like there's going to be a roughing the punter, so that may just
give Flanagan the upper hand.
Maybe we'll scoot him up to give him an easier chance on 4th down, or maybe we'll even give him the 1st down, depending on. Okay, it is roughing the punter on the defense. Let's see where they're going to mark the ball. And it appears that it's going to give them a 1st down. So a very costly penalty for the Hornets. Had them on 4th down, making them punt and just not playing very smart there, trying to go for the ball, be aggressive, but at the same time costed them a chance. So if they end up scoring on this drive, it could be very costly. Number 19, Blake Blankenbeckler, line up on the left for the Flanagan, and the ball's handed off to number 32, Austin Dutko, and for a gain of about 3 yards on the play.
Yep. Clock is running at 7:47.
And it is 2nd and 7 for Flanagan. Flanagan still lining up in a weird shotgun formation with the fullback.
Fullback right next to QB, Keegan Birch. Gained a lot of yards on that play.
Handed off to number 32, Austin Dutko. Appears to be about 3rd and 1, so they're pretty close to a 1st down. And appears 56, Brett Hancock is coming in for number 63, Ryan Jamison, who is a sophomore. And it is 3rd and 1 for Flanagan. And it looks like there's a timeout called. So it's an official's timeout. So, Grayson, anything in the news lately you've seen? Anything interesting on sports or?
Well, the HOIC football page thinks that the HOIC conference is going to have really tough teams this upcoming season.
They usually Tri-Valley is always good, and Tremont and Leroy. Lexington's usually at the lower half. But hopefully, let's see if Heyworth can get up to the upper half this season.
It's a lightning delay. Lightning delay.
We're getting some word of a lightning delay, so the players will be walking back to the locker room, and I don't know what Grant wants to do here. Okay, he's doing good. Well, We have ESPN up, and let's just look at some scores. The Yankees are beating the Rays 3-0. Washington and Atlanta are tied 1-1. Baltimore is beating Toronto 2-1. Cleveland is winning 2-0. Miami is beating the Mets 1-0. Boston is beating the Phillies 1-0. And Cincinnati and Milwaukee's been delayed. Well, Grayson, you ready for the football season this year, NFL?
Well, I've been invited to a few fantasy leagues, but I don't know if I'm going to participate in any.
I think you should.
But I think it'd be pretty enjoyable with this upcoming season.
Yep, a lot of breakout players. DeMarco Murray, had to kind of live up to all the hype from last year, rushing with about 100 yards per game for 16 games straight. I'm pretty sure it was the record. So hopefully he can live up to that again, but the Eagles' offensive line is completely different from last year. Well, with the lightning delay, a lot of coaches and referees are walking off the field, and who knows how long this is going to take. But on the weather, there was some green, but I didn't think it would be lightning or anything like this. So,
well, I believe with the official HOIC conference and IHSA, the sporting event will resume in half an hour after the last strike of lightning that was seen.
well, when we first got here at about 6:15, there wasn't really anybody here, and I'm like, that's a little weird because the game starts at 7, but now you can just see tons of people cheering on the Hornets.
Yeah, there was a few people tailgating in the parking lot today.
Yeah, I think they were grilling out and playing beanbags, so, I mean, that sounds like a good time.
But you do see some people walking towards the exit. Looks like the band and a few other people.
Well, it looks like the band is exiting because of their instruments and how...
Their metal?
Yep, they get struck by lightning, so... Well, it's about 7:16, about 50 minutes in. Lightning delay, so I guess we're waiting on that.
Game should resume somewhere from 7:38 to 7:43.
Well, let's look at some standings for the MLB, the American League East. Toronto Blue Jays up one half of a game, or 1 game and a half over the Yankees. The Royals are up 13 games over the Twins. Surprisingly, the Tigers are in last, which surprises me greatly. The Houston Astros are 2 games above the Rangers, which also a surprise. The Mets still leading over the Nationals by 6 games. The Cardinals still leading by 6.5 games. And the Dodgers are up on the Giants by 6.5 games, which is good news for Grayson because I heard he's a pretty big Dodgers fan.
Well, I'll tell you, lately I've been cheering for the Cubs because they're supposed to win the World Series this year according to Back to the Future. And they're doing pretty good right now.
Yeah, I'm getting word from Grant that you're a bandwagon. Is that true?
Well, I did like the Dodgers, and I still do. But I think the Dodgers need to lose a few cocky players like Yasiel Puig, very cocky player.
He's a good player, it's just he doesn't play the game right, and he's just going to get hit by Aroldis Chapman by 106-mile-an-hour fastball and disband his career.
Yeah, I will tell you what, though. The Cubs are in the toughest division in baseball. St. Louis Cardinals, about 10 games ahead of them, and then in Pittsburgh in front of them. But Cubs in any other conference in the National League would be in first.
And in the AL League, except for the AL Central, because the Royals would be about 5 games ahead of them.
What I did hear was, which makes sense, the Royals actually pre-season were voted to make the all 7 out of the 9 starters that they have were supposed to make the All-Star team, and I believe about 5 did.
About 8 of them were starting at one point, and then some people started pushing votes for other players that would end up winning, but the Royals are still a very good team.
Royals have a very good team right now.
A wise man named Dylan Owens predicted and told me about in Sports Illustrated a couple of years ago how the Royals were going to be big, and I didn't believe him, but last year they went to the World Series and lost to the Giants. So
Giants with their star catcher Buster Posey. Madison Bumgarner.
yeah, who was the MVP, who pitched pretty good.
Hi, this is Grant. Yep.
So we're just talking about. I'm trying to look for other scores on the website too. See if there's any scores on the Twitter. Still the same website.
So far, there is no more scores on the HOIC football page for any other football team in the HOIC conference.
Probably because a lot of the games are starting, and maybe people haven't updated the scores. But we'll try to keep you updated on the scores because I know some people are interested in Heyworth football and seeing if they could, go to the playoffs and have a good season.
With this lineup that we got, it wouldn't surprise me if we did, though.
Like we have a lot of young players, and the junior class just lost a lot of players for some reason. I don't know what happened there, but a lot of their players just lost interest, I guess. Well, it's starting to look like it's clouding up a little more, Getting close to about 7:21. It's been about 6 minutes already, looking darker. Maybe some storms coming our way.
Looking at game time, resuming at 7:45 right now,
Hopefully.
with Heyworth winning 8-0 with 6 minutes and 58 seconds left in the first quarter.
So if you weren't here and didn't see it, Brandon Day on the kickoff got a pretty good return to the 25, and
On Flanagan's side.
Yeah, and after some plays, they got a 6-yard touchdown pass to Matt Schultz and got a 2-point conversion, which has given them the lead 8-0. Flanagan has the ball at about the 37-yard line, and first and 10 after the roughing the punter by the Hornets, which gave them the first down.
Actually, the Flanagan-Cornell Woodland team will resume play with third down with 1 yard to go to first down. A lot of faithful Hornet fans today.
See a lot of red and black.
Yeah.
There was not a pep assembly today. I don't know what was the ordeal with that, but
First home game, you usually
Yeah.
have one.
well, we lost our cheer coach, Kelsey Leak, to Tri-Valley, so
And our moral cheerleader, Dan Milton.
yeah, Dan Milton, he may not have been an official cheerleader, but he was on the sideline and gave spirit to his players. He will be missed. Who knows what he's doing right now?
Especially with him yelling down the hallway when it was game day.
Yeah, it's game day.
Yep.
Starting to get a little more breezier, so that's definitely signs of some rain coming our way. Well, I didn't think this would happen, but I mean, I guess it just did. I mean, we'll be waiting here, I guess. See if there's anything else going on. Well, it doesn't appear really any scores have changed too much over this time period. And we have some rosters here for some of Heyworth's sports. We have a golf page with Coach Bockenauer and golfers Jordan Robbins, Benjamin Holland, Connor Hager, Justin Moore, and Josh Lightson.
Just got word today that Jordan just won his first conference tournament today, or yesterday.
Very good golf player, I might add. We also have some cross country and cheer. Cross country, we have Delaney Williamson, Anna Holland, Kate Stempinski, Lucy Bianco, Julia Bobella, Peyton Marlowe King, Carter Bangard, Kirsten Miner, Stephanie Brown, Olivia Trask, Riley Ryburn, Hayden Schneider. We have Lydia Martins, some guy Grant Martins, I don't know who that is.
Right here.
Preston Trask, Levi Campbell, Grayson Martins,
Right
Devin
here.
Butler, and Coach Trask. Not pictured, Noah Petrie, and manager Mackenzie Day.
And with the Hornet cross country team, they had a meet about a week and a half ago, I believe, and the Hornets did pretty good. It was a meet at Little Galilee in Clinton.
Freshman Devin Butler won it for the boys team with a time of 18:58, I believe.
Yes, it was the freshman first meet record. I was consulted with Coach Jeff Trask, and he told me that.
It's pretty good.
And the girls team, we got a pretty solid girls team this year. The girls team, they won the Clinton meet by 30 points, but the guys only lost. They got second place by 1 point.
Who did they lose to?
Yeah. Oh, so it was 41, 42, 43. Yeah, we know Clinton got behind us, and yep. Game will resume at 7:52.
So
So
far.
stay tuned. We are still on a lightning delay. It is presently 7:27.
We also have a cheerleading roster as well. We have Megan Wickenhauser, Cressy Hallberg, Shannon Angel, Caitlin Fields, Savannah Curtis, Bailey Goodrich, Elaine Brown, Lexi Wicklander, Madison Barnhill, Caitlin Penry, Avery Donaldson, Harmony Brooker, Delaney Gardner. And the sponsor taking over from Miss League is Jesse Elbert, who I've never seen in my life, but I guess it's something new. I heard there were some tryouts for cheerleading. The band, they don't give a roster, but hey, there's a lot of them.
Well, Jim Kirkton, coach for the Heyworth Hornets, assistant coach.
Coach Kirkton, yeah.
Captain Kirk.
Yeah, that's the nickname I came up with for him. I'm going to copyright that. Captain Kirk.
Copyright 2016 by Jake Bones. The Hawk just flew over the football field.
Hawk blower, you may have seen it on the camera.
Pretty
That is
low.
Pretty
Pretty low,
amazing.
yeah.
You might have seen it. I have.
Rode right over the press box here.
That's not something too cool. I mean, at the baseball field, there is a bald eagle that lurks around in the games. In one game, a bald eagle was trying to kill a bird while we were playing.
Right above the baseball field. It distracted every single baseball player in the Hornet dugout.
And
Matt Toohill got a hit there, and nobody even noticed.
And our coach, Paul Frazee, was amazed, and he got a video of it, and I'm like, that's pretty cool because, you know, bald eagles, America.
We don't have a national anthem out there, but we got that bald eagle.
Yep. Well,
For those of you just joining us, we are in a lightning delay. Currently, we are supposed to resume play at 7:52. Hornets are ahead so far, 8-0. Flanagan Cornell Woodland has the ball.
I heard
They
we
have third down and 1 yard to go.
We have a guest speaker here, Ben Holland, who has something to say. Apparently not, but.
You want me to put that on? Or you got it? How does this thing work? You probably don't want to hang it onto that.
Heyworth Hornets got a pretty good lineup this year.
Yeah, I heard our graphics man doesn't know how to set up an umbrella, apparently. But, I mean,
It's supposed to hook onto a tripod, but apparently we're having a little trouble over here.
Scholar Mr. Eptagraph trying to help him out. Let's see if we can get some live action from him. You can't hear him. He's a very smart man. He knows his stuff.
He knows the stuff about computers and everything else.
Definitely getting a lot cooler.
You can feel the breeze up here in
I
the
don't know
press box.
If on the camera, if you can, there's a flag out towards 51, and there's a flag that is blowing pretty heavily to the east, which is where we are at.
Sorry for that camera action. We felt some raindrops and yeah. So we were trying to put on the umbrella. Pretty standard. It is presently 7:32, and the game will resume at 7:52.
20 minutes away. We do have many faithful fans out in the football field.
Well, Flanagan doesn't seem to has too many fans unless they all just left because, you know,
They don't want to get their butts kicked.
I know it's
right in front of them.
I know it's a home game, but they don't look like they have a crowd to represent it.
Those stands are pretty full.
We got a few Flanagan Cornell fans over here, though, so.
Yeah, I just don't agree with that sometimes, having Flanagan people on sitting in Heyworth bleachers.
Or any visiting team.
Let's get ready to rumble.
That's 20 minutes away, Grant.
Sorry
Yeah,
about that.
Getting back to what I was talking about, I just feel like it can cause problems, and it's just not good because parents may start fighting over on a play like the blind side.
Amen to that.
I believe that's why they have the separate bleachers, but I don't know.
I mean, if I was visiting another school, go football game, I wouldn't want to walk all the way around the football field.
I mean, I don't think I'd want to get, blocked by Michael over. I think I'd probably just, get dominated, obviously.
Yeah, you start getting rained on over there, and you have to go somewhere else because that's our teacher, Mr. Eptagraph, that you just saw on the camera. Mentor.
That was his hand. The hand of greatness.
Yeah, let's get.
Well, it's September 4th, and our next Hive game is in 3 weeks against Tremont, I'm pretty sure. I think that is our homecoming game that week.
We will be filming a few volleyball games in between them, though.
We do have a schedule that we know what we're doing, but I don't know if there's any way for us to post it online and tell you, give you a schedule of, when we're showing games. Well, I probably can read off some of the games that we're going to have. It'd be a little hard to attempt a away football game because it's just very difficult to do with all the Wi-Fi connecting and getting all the equipment there and finding transportation, but it has been done in the past from a basketball standpoint.
Let's see. On the 10th, volleyball team will face Flanagan Cornell Woodland, our opponent here tonight. The same. Game time at 5:30. After that, on the 17th, the Lexington Minutemen, I believe, will face the Hornet volleyball team on their field. Our next football game will be Tremont, I believe.
On the 25th.
On the 25th at 7 o'clock, so don't miss that.
We will be having some volleyball games, as Grayson said. Flanagan we'll be seeing next Thursday, and the following Thursday after that we'll be seeing Lexington. Both game times are at 5:30. We will be up probably at 5:15. There is another volleyball game that following Monday against Tri-Valley, and then we will have the game against Tremont for football. I don't know if we're going to do any JV games.
Possibly. Very
Possibly if anybody's available and they're willing to do so, but
Yes, sir. Currently, we have 10 Hive scheduled games
And
all throughout.
The fall schedule.
This is just the fall. Like, we're probably gonna be doing a lot of the basketball games too if we are available and we have the people. But the setting up won't be as bad because it will be in the gym, so that'll be a lot easier.
No lightning delays.
I don't see any lightning. I mean, I've also haven't been looking at the sky too much, but there's a very dark cloud going over us as we speak.
Very dark cloud. Currently it is 7:34, which is about 15 minutes away from game time, and the sun is literally gone.
Well, if you guys didn't know, we did get new delay of game clocks last year, donated by the Wiseman family. Very generous donation, so Heyworth knows when to snap the ball.
On both sides of the field.
Both sides of the field.
Left side of the field goal post.
On the south side and the north side of the football field.
These are...
Here's the wind has shifted a little. The flag is kind of going a little bit north.
A little bit northwest.
It was going about east, but now it seems to be more blowing towards us. So the weather is getting a little bit fired up, as you would say. Well, we've been in this delay for about 20 minutes and about 7 minutes to go. Hopefully this game can resume and we'll see a pretty good football game, hopefully. Let's see the wild card standings for the MLB. The Yankees are at 4 games in the wild card standings. The Rangers are second, and then the Twins are a game and a half behind. In the National League, you have the Pirates that are up 3.5 games, and the Cubs are 7.5 games above the Giants. The Nationals lurking behind it with 8, the Padres with 11.5, the Diamondbacks with 12, the Brewers with 18, the Reds with 20.5. And all the other teams are just in the 20s.
The Chicago Cubs are beating San Francisco Giants, former world champions, by 7 games.
Yeah, the Cubs did not have a very good road trip. If you've been watching them in the past, they went to San Francisco and won 1 out of the 3 games.
Also went to Los Angeles. Jake Arrieta throws a no-no.
He throws a no-hitter against the Dodgers, Grayson's team. That's pretty impressive.
Yep, I was pretty proud of him that game.
I was doing A-push homework thanks to Mrs. Sadalek, so I don't have a chance to watch the 8th and 9th inning. So I got to watch him seal the deal. Copyright Ben Holland.
Yep. Copyright 2015 Ben Holland.
After that game, they went on an overnight fly back to Chicago wearing their jammies. Jake Arrieta wearing some mustache pajamas. Chris Bryant was wearing Ninja Turtles.
We just got a note that the game right now is supposed to resume at 8:05. That is about
another 30 minutes.
Yep.
So
which I don't see any lightning from the press box, but it might be behind us. I don't know.
Yeah, of course they can see a lot better than we can because we're kind of trapped up here in a press box.
Yeah. We do have a lot of people here still, but a few have left the bleachers a little bit, and we still got a lot of faithful fans with us. Joining us is Katie Stempinski of the Heyworth Cross Country team.
What do you guys think of this game?
Well, I honestly think that this lightning delay really sucks.
True.
Yeah, about 5 minutes into the game and lightning strikes and cheerleaders just sitting on the field chilling out right now. Would not want to be them.
No, not at all. But they're looking pretty good. Got some good stunts going up. I think the Heyworth football team's looking really good this year.
Oh, yeah.
You know, 1 game and 5 minutes in.
Oh, yeah, 8-0.
That was pretty good. I thought that 2-point conversion was Very well played.
I thought it was a little risky, but it was very well played by Heyworth Hornets.
Well,
We
About
should have a
another-
rain delay, like little game that we play. So did you hear that the new start time is 8:05?
Yes.
I just thought I'd reiterate that.
Well, currently I'm in the HOIC football page, and we currently do not have any notifications on any other schools playing in the area.
are any other teams playing in the area?
I have no idea, to be honest with
I'm
you.
I'm going to assume so since it's
Yeah.
a Friday night.
We still do have a lot of fans over here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Lots of people.
Very good turnout. We have a lot of the stands filled.
Earlier we saw the band exit, but I assume they're coming back due to their music stands still in the bleachers. So I hope they come back.
Yeah, that'd be nice. We love a
Nice
good
to hear that
band.
music. For those of you just joining us, we are in a lightning delay, and Hornets are leading 8-0 in the first quarter. Once play resumes, the Flanagan Cornell Woodland team will take over with the ball with 1 yard to go on the 45-yard line on third down.
How about some other Heyworth sports?
Other Heyworth sports, cross country a week and a half ago. Ran at Little Galley in Clinton. It was a very exciting meet for the Hornets. Ladies won 30. They won by 30 points, and the men lost by 1. Each of the men's teams at that meet separated by 1 point. I do not remember the winning team of that meet. I only remember Devin Butler winning that race.
Yeah, that was a great race for him. He ran 18:06.
Freshman
correct?
first meet record. That is correct.
What is our Heyworth record for boys? It's like 15.
I believe it's 15-11, set by Cade Martins.
Oh, brother of the century.
15-11 was set at our own course in Heyworth.
Yeah, and so was our girls' record, I believe, with 18:36.
Is that set by Holly Sin?
Yes.
If you could head into at least the gym, and then we will let you know when everything is.
Well, it appears that Dan Zobel saying that people can shelter in the gym because it looks like it's about to rain pretty bad.
Many of the Hornet fans are getting out of the stands and leaving. You can see some Flanagan fans as well. Managers Colson Semple and Carly Jurek still on the field, dedicated to the team.
But it does look like they're packing up.
Yes,
And there's another strike, guys.
30 minutes from now. So we should be starting the game
8:13.
8:13 from right now. That is currently. This could be. There's another one. What time is it now?
Still 8:13.
8:13 is start time so far.
All right, folks. Well, we just got the good word that we have to move into the gym now.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
We will resume broadcasting if we do resume the game. If not, have a great evening.
This is Frank Martin signing out.
Current time is 8:52. Lightning delay will come back on in about 15 minutes. Gameplay will resume in 15 minutes.
If anybody is watching right now, we got 6:58 left on the clock. When the rain delay expires, Flanagan Cornell will start out with the ball. 3rd down with 1 yard to go on the 45-yard line. Heyworth leads Flanagan Cornell 8-0. We are in the first quarter. As you can see, out in the, as you might be able to see out by the scoreboard, the flag is still going. It's at full mast, and you can see it going at a very, very consistent pace, very fast, to the northwest side, blowing towards the northwest side of the stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, we are experiencing a rain delay right now. They were saying 15 minutes from a few minutes ago, but I'm pretty sure I've seen some lightning since then, so it might be a half hour from now. As you might have saw earlier on the scoreboard, the Flanagan Cornell Woodland team is trailing behind the Heyworth Hornets by 8 points. The Heyworth Hornets scored early in the first quarter, and all of the people have cleared the bleachers due to the rain delay. Once again, we thank you for watching the Hive. I know it's been a very long wait for some of you that are out there. We thank you, and there was another bolt of lightning, so that might be another half hour from right now. The time right now is approximately 8:53. The officials have said that at 9:30, they will not, if there is any lightning after 9:30, they will not resume play tonight. They will resume play tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Free admission to anybody that comes to the game.
Grant Martin's checking in.
We have Jake Bowens here with us, too.
Check.
Once again, we are broadcasting live with the Hive. We do have many people that are starting to come into the stadium, mostly children, which I don't know if is very safe, but there's Jake Bowens. He is our lead broadcaster in tonight's game against Flanagan Cornell. Jake, you want to say something? There was another bolt of lightning, by the way.
Yeah,
that's
great.
Another half an hour, and the approximate time right now is 8:54. So at 7:24, the game will resume from this moment if there is not another bolt of lightning, which I highly doubt.
Cameron, if you were watching, please ask your dad to please stop this.
Please, Craig. I'm going to look you straight into the camera, and please stop the rain.
It's not raining anymore, though. Stop the lightning, please, Craig.
Please stop the lightning, Craig.
Thank you for stopping
Okay.
the rain, Craig.
So I'm going to get you guys a view of the field right now. We'll just see how it's going. See.
It looks about the same. It's just dark right now.
It rained a ton, and the field looks really good right now for having it rained a ton. As you can see, the Heyworth Hornets and the Flanagan Cornell teams have both headed to the locker room a while ago. It was about an hour ago, and we have been broadcasting ever since.
Well, guys, all I'm going to say is look at the crowd we have today.
One member in the crowd.
We have about 5.
We got about 5 of the bleachers, but one is currently.
Oh, we got some
We got
people
a faithful fan
way down to the left,
sitting on the middle bleachers.
down and behind the track. We have I'd say about 10 people sitting on.
I'd say about 8.
about 10.
The other side is completely full.
As you can see, our colleagues in today's game, Ben Campbell and David Ralph, walking up the bleachers. They are joining us today. David Ralph is the cameraman. He is not assuming his job currently because he is cameraman outside. And Ben Campbell is assistant cameraman and assistant at computer graphics. I am Grayson Martins, and I am the head statistician for the Heyworth Hive, and I am also assistant broadcaster or announcer for the Heyworth Hive. Jake Bowens, head broadcasting announcer, and Grant Martins, head of computer graphics.
Ben, why don't you say something for us?
That is Ben Campbell, ladies and gentlemen. Ben, do you want to sing for us? Ladies and gentlemen, if you clap loud enough, if you applaud him loud enough, he will sure enough show you his vocal stylings.
Yeah.
I can't hear you clapping, so I won't sing.
Was that good enough?
No.
All right, ladies and
No, I
gentlemen.
clapped.
Hey, shut the door. We got intruders.
Oh, shoot. So, current time for the game is 8:59, so 15 minutes.
We got some aliens. Wild Cameron.
That is Craig's son. We asked him to please stop the lightning, and it looks like he did for a while. Currently, the game's supposed to start at 8:54, I believe. Or not 8:54, 9:24. And HOIC, I'm going to look up their... We're live, Grant. HOIC conference football. If it is all true that the HOIC says, if I quote, if all the talk is true, there are going to be some tough HOIC teams to beat this upcoming season. And I believe that is true. We got 2 teams here tonight from, I believe both of them are from the HOIC conference. Oh, we got Heyworth Hornets. We also got Flanagan Cornell. And there's another bolt of lightning. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have upped our game time, our current hopeful game time to 9:28, hopefully.
Okay, so that lightning will probably, or that thunder and lightning will probably conclude today's game. After 9:15, there will be no more action.
It is actually 9:30.
Yeah.
If there is a bolt of lightning after the time of 9:30, there will not be resume of play tonight. All play will resume tomorrow at 7 o'clock p.m., same time as the game was supposed to start tonight, and it
Free
did.
admission.
Free admission for anybody that would like to join us. We will be up here with the Hive, probably. I hope so, and if it rains tomorrow, then, well, it's not going to end well for us. The Heyworth Hornets have faced the Flanagan Cornell, or facing them currently, not currently, if you would like. Current time on the clock is 6:58. Home score is 8, which is the Heyworth Hornets, and the guest score is 0. The Flanagan Cornell team has 3rd and 1 on the 45-yard line. Flanagan Cornell has a about 20-man roster, and the Heyworth Hornets have about a 35-man roster. As you can see almost on the field, I think you can see it. The quarter is still quarter number 1. So I believe the game will start at this exact time tomorrow. The Heyworth Hornets will still lead 8-0, and Flanagan will still have the ball. Ladies and gentlemen, we have somebody wiping off the bleachers, so hopefully the game time will resume shortly. We have been notified that game time will not start after 10 o'clock. We have many people in the school. Many of our faithful friends have stayed in school. We also have I believe the concession stands may be still open. So if you want to, they're not. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow they will be open. So that's another reason you should come down. Free admission and a opportunity to get something to eat at the concession stand. I mean, I think it'd be pretty wise for Heyworth to resume this game, but as you can see, there are fans heading towards the stadium, and we do have a few people heading towards the stadium, but I'm not sure. There are some that are leaving in their cars because it is almost 9 o'clock, probably past. Current time is 9:02, and we have not received notice yet that there is going to be a game still going on. We still do have all of our equipment up here in case it does come on, so at your home viewing you can watch at your leisure.
Yep. Well, that's all the
The Hive is signing out for at least the next 10 minutes. Stay tuned.
Grayson Martin signing out. Ladies and gentlemen, there was more lightning, so the game will be delayed. ladies and gentlemen, we have received word that the game will be still going on until lightning strikes after 9:30. So please tune in at 9:15 to check out, because I imagine both teams will want to warm up before.
Testing.
We got live viewers. Not really. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at this football game, and it's not really a football game right now. We got David Ralph here. And we got Ben Campbell. And we got Jake Bones. And we got Grant Martins. And myself, Grayson Martins. We are the Hive team. All of us. And we got a special guest, Ben Campbell. Ben Holland. Ben Campbell is already with us. I'm sorry, Ben. As you can see, there's a few. Maybe you can see there is a few more people on the bleachers. You can see them. Now we're scooting back to the scoreboard. There's the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen, and
Grayson, take a picture of those two so I can have it for this.
ladies and gentlemen,
Game most likely will not resume, but in the case it does, the Hive will be here to broadcast it in full. I got no battery.
ladies and gentlemen, I am one of the voices of the Hive. Jake Bones has currently stepped out, and I would just like to express our apologies for not being able to broadcast tonight's game at full. I know there might be a few of you still out there watching this game, and we thank you for staying on. Currently,
Very dedicated.
yeah, very dedicated fans we got. Thank you, people. And currently we do not have any teams lining up and warming up. We did have 15 minutes without lightning. Can you believe it? 15 minutes. And then what happened was it lightninged. And it's been lightning every few minutes since. So there's another bolt of lightning. After 9:30, we will not resume the game tonight. We will resume the game tomorrow night at 7 o'clock.
Thank you, Grayson, for that insightful memoir. Now we will
tune in to Ty Wolf, who is walking across the football field. I think he might make his way up here to the press box.
Superintendent Ty.
That is our superintendent right there, ladies and gentlemen.
And assistant cross-country coach.
Yes, he is the assistant cross-country coach. The cross-country coach did a marvelous job the other day, and we do have him and his wife walking across. I believe they're going to tell children down there that they should not be out here. They should be over.
Grayson, it's not needed.
Actually, I believe the game will resume because I do see many people coming out of the school down there. They might be getting in their cars. They might not. But we do have many people at the stadium still. They're not in the bleachers currently. They're in the foyer
They're cleaning up.
Currently, we have people telling us whether the game time is going to be tomorrow or tonight. Hopefully tonight for your viewing pleasures if you have already arranged your schedule around this. But if you will tune in tomorrow at 7 o'clock, we will resume the game as it was, hopefully. And we hope that we did not inconvenience you too much. This is Grayson Martin signing out of the Hive for a little bit.
Hello.
You don't have to speak, just listen. We do have the head of technology heading up here to the press box.
That either means that gameplay will resume or he's telling us to get out.
Guys, we'll take it down. It's 10:30 tomorrow morning.
Game has been canceled for tonight. We have heard it is 10:30.
Everybody wants to know we are going to be canceling for tonight. We're rescheduling the game to start at 10:30.
This is the Hive till tomorrow at the same time.
No, it is actually 10:30 tomorrow morning.
10:30 tomorrow morning. We'll
we're
resume
sorry.
this Hive presentation.
Superintendent Wolf showing his enthusiasm. This is Grayson Martins and the rest of the Hive members. Grant Martins, David Ralph, Ben Campbell, and Jacob Owens signing out. Go Hive.